Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm not sure why I say good morning because you may be listening to this in the afternoon. But obviously I'm recording this in the morning. So good morning, everybody. Hey, I want to make you take a look inside to see if there's any adjustments that need to be made. And every time that you hear me speak, it's all about making adjustments. Because sometimes I'll say some things and you'll go, "Oh yeah, that's something that I could go try." Or maybe I'll say something and you're like, "Nah, I'm not going to go do that." But that's okay. Because we live in a world where we get to pick and choose. And if you're not making adjustments, you're probably not growing. Okay? Remember, the status quo is being in your comfort zone. And you never ever want to be in your comfort zone. And every time that you make a change or make an adjustment, that means you're stepping out of your comfort zone so you have a chance to grow. So I want you to take a look inside and I want you to ask yourself a question. How much would you pay someone to do what you've done in the last 30 days in building your business? Now, I'm not talking about you going to work. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a second. But you actually building your business as an independent associate. How much would you pay somebody to do what you've done in the past 30 days? Because if the answer is, "Ooh, not very much," that's not good. That means you can't expect to earn very much. The question is, would you hire you? All right, let me tell you some crazy things about people. You know, if you work for somebody else, they tell you where to be, right? They tell you where to be. It's like, you need to be here at 9 a.m., which means, okay, you be there at 9 a.m. It's like, yeah, you punch in for work at 9 a.m. When they tell you what to do, you go out there and do that, right? But when you tell yourself that you're going to start working out tomorrow, you don't. And when you tell yourself that you're going to start working your business next week, you don't. So the question is, why are you following through with other people and not yourself? Why are you building somebody else's dream, but not your own? Listen, the question is, when are you going to start waking up and living for yourself and stop living for other people? See, we've got 5 choices in life. We can be bad at what we do, right? We can be average. We can be good, which is probably God's expectation for, whatever ability he gave us. We can be excellent, and we can be elite. Now, I want you to think about that list. You can be bad, you can be average, you can be good, you can be excellent, or you can be elite. Now, I'm going to guess that most people sit back and go, "Well, I don't want to be bad." And most people sit back and go, "Well, I don't need to be elite." So they end up somewhere between. Some people are average, some people are good, some people are excellent. Fewer people are elite. And yeah, some people are just bad. Some people are just bad at what they do, right? Well, everyone has a choice as to what they want to do and how they want to do it. But if you're going to be excellent or elite, then you really need to do some special things. Now, and listen, you guys know me. You've listened to me for many, many years. I don't want you to be bad. I don't want you to be average. I don't want you to be good. I don't want you to be excellent. I want you to be elite. Okay, now let me back that up just a little bit. I want you to constantly be working towards being elite. Because if you're average and you're working on being good, I'm going to encourage you to get there. And when you get there, we're going to celebrate for just about 30 seconds. And then we're going to start working on becoming excellent. And when you become excellent, we're going to celebrate that for about 35 seconds. Because now we got to go become elite. We got to go become elite. But if you're going to be excellent, or if you're going to be even elite, you've got to do some special things. Guys, you've got to have a special intensity. You've got to have a special focus. You've got to have that special commitment and drive. You've got to have the passion to do things at a high level, and you've got to maintain a high standard all the time. Guys, it doesn't matter what God-given ability you have, that probably can make you good. But without the rest of it, I'm not sure you're ever going to become excellent or elite. You've got to have that intensity. You've got to have that focus. You've got to have the commitment. You've got to have the drive. You've got to have the passion. And you're going to have to want to get there. So many people have this stop-start mentality in our business. And it's like, well, I really haven't done anything for the last 2 years. And I'm like, what the heck? What are you talking? Well, I really didn't do anything last month. I'm like, why? Why can't you push the accelerator and just keep it there? All right, just lock it in at 65 miles an hour. Just put it on cruise control and don't put your foot on the brake. All right? And just leave it there. Because your goal is not to go 65 miles an hour. Your goal is to go 100 miles an hour. And as you're going 65, you're doing the things that you need to get to 75 miles an hour, and 85, and 95, and finally 100. But if you go 65 miles an hour, and then 5 miles an hour, and then 10 miles an hour, and then back up to 65, and then back down to park, you're never going to get there. You're never going to get there. That stop-start mentality never works. You've got to be consistent, right? You've got to have that passion to do things at a high level and a high standard at all times. And you know what it comes down to? Self-discipline. Guys, it's self-discipline. The more accountable you become, the more disciplined you come. And the tougher you are on yourself, your life becomes easier. If you just get tough on yourself, I guarantee you, your life is going to become easier. Now, if you don't get results, then you've got to make adjustments. Somehow, some way, you've got to tweak what you're doing. And listen, you don't get results by focusing on results. You get results by focusing on the habits and behaviors that produce results. Because listen, you can wake up every single morning and you can look at your downline report and you can check your volume and you can see how many people came in the business, and you're focusing on the results. Every morning, I check my report. I'm like, okay, volume is up 22,000 from yesterday. We added 26 people to the group yesterday. Okay. If that's the only thing I focused on, I'll never get the results that I'm looking for. Because if I don't actually go out and do the work, focus on the habits and behaviors of producing results, it's never going to grow. I've got to go out there and do the work to make sure that the volume increases, that more people come into the organization. Listen, all I'm doing every morning when I check my back office is checking my register. I'm just making sure the money's there. But I got to figure out a way to get the money in the register. And that is focusing on the habits and the behaviors that do produce results. Remember, guys, hard work is a choice. Attitude is a choice. Discipline is a choice. Doing extra is a choice. Excellence is a choice. Being elite is a choice. There are no shortcuts to success. You got to work for it. But consistency wins, because it's not what you do once in a while that matters. It's what you do every day.